Why did the Jews seek to kill Jesus after he healed the lame man in John 5? This is the question that we seek to answer today as we continue our verse-by-verse study of the book of John on Walking Through the Bible. If you have a Bible with you, you can turn to John chapter 5. We're going to be reading from verses 16 to 23. If you don't have a Bible, don't worry. Just follow along with us on the screen. The version that we'll be reading from is the New King James Version. So John chapter 5, beginning at verse 16. For this reason the Jews persecuted Jesus and sought to kill him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath. But Jesus answered and said to them, My Father has been working until now, and I have been working. Therefore the Jews sought all the more to kill him, because he not only broke the Sabbath, but also he said that God was his Father, making himself equal with God. Then Jesus answered and said to them, Most assuredly I say to you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does in like manner. For the Father loves the Son, and shows him all things that he himself does, and he will show him greater works than these, that you may marvel. For as the Father raises the dead and gives life to them, even so the Son gives life to whom he will. For the Father judges no one, but has committed all judgment to the Son, that all should honor the Son just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. In our last lesson, we had Jesus in Jerusalem for what we determined to be the second Passover of his ministry, which occurred at the completion of the first year of his ministry. Thus, from the beginning of John 2 through the end of John 4, a little over a year has passed, though John does not relate to us but a few of the stories about what Jesus did during that year. While in Jerusalem, Jesus healed a lame man at the Pool of Bethesda. We learn from that reading and today's reading that it was the Sabbath day that he did this on. Now at first the lame man didn't know who Jesus was, but when asked about him, who healed him, he couldn't say. But later the man met Jesus in the temple, after which time he identified Jesus as the healer to those who wanted to know. That is how the Jews knew who to persecute, as we come to verse 16. Why did they seek to persecute Jesus? Because he'd healed the man on the Sabbath. From our studies of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, we know that Jesus had numerous run-ins with the Pharisees and Jewish leaders during his ministry about what he or his disciples did on the Sabbath day. Just so we're clear about the Sabbath, let's reread Exodus 20, verses 8 to 11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work. You nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. As we've said numerous times in our walk through the Bible, the Sabbath day wasn't instituted to put man in a straitjacket like a punishment. It was meant for his benefit. If we work 7 days a week for 365 days a year, our bodies will break down and we will become sick. God wanted to give his people a day off from their labors and a day where they could focus more on him, so he instituted the Sabbath and commanded the people not to work on it. But did that mean that they couldn't do work on the Sabbath? Let's go back to our study of Matthew and reread Matthew 12, verses 9 through 14. Now when he had departed from there, he went into their synagogue. And behold, there was a man who had a withered hand. And they asked him, saying, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? That they might accuse him. Then he said to them, What man is there among you who has sheep, and if it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, will not lay hold of it and lift it out? Of how much more value then is a man than a sheep? Therefore it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. Then he said to the man, Stretch out your hand. And he stretched it out, and it was restored as whole as the other. Then the Pharisees went out and plotted against him, how they might destroy him. It was always lawful to do good, even on the Sabbath day. When one did that, they did not break the Sabbath, even though they might have technically done that which was work. However, the Jews, through their traditions, had made even doing good on the Sabbath a violation of their law, thus elevating their traditions to be on par with the commandments of God. This is the hypocrisy that Jesus is pointing out here. But Jesus took it even further than that by asserting that God works on the Sabbath, and since the Father has been working until now, Jesus has been working as well. How God works is up to him, but God can perform miracles whenever he wants. He can raise up and lower governments whenever he wants. He can basically do anything he desires whenever he wants, as the Sabbath was made for man, not for God. In making this statement, Jesus, I don't believe, is claiming he broke the Sabbath, because his teachings in Matthew would assert that he didn't. However, Jesus is saying that because he is God, he could choose to work whenever he wants, just as the Father does. And for those who deny the deity of Christ, to you I say, we don't have to wonder if Jesus was claiming to be God, for look at the Jews' response. They wanted to kill him for his claim to be equal with God. Seeing their reaction to his statement, Jesus tries to get the Jews to think things through logically. He said the Son can do nothing of himself, but whatever he sees the Father do, he also does in like manner. This is generally true between physical fathers and sons, but is absolutely true between God the Father and God the Son, showing us the complete unity and oneness of the Godhead, in that all possess the same powers and work in tandem. If Jesus performed these works on the Sabbath, the Father must be with him, for if he wasn't, Jesus wouldn't be able to do what he did. But these works wouldn't be all that Jesus would do, for he would do even greater works than these, in that he would raise the dead, just as the Father can raise the dead. We will see that later on in this book. Moreover, the Father gave judgment to the Son in that Jesus would be king. Therefore, all should honor the Son because the Father has done this. And whoever didn't honor the Son doesn't honor the Father. The same is true today. Those who deny the deity of Christ do not honor God the Father and do not follow the Father, a warning to us all. With that, our time is up for today. The Lord willing, we hope you'll join us for tomorrow's discussion of John chapter 5, verses 24 to 30, as we continue our walk through the Bible, one verse at a time.
Thank you for watching today's episode. We hope that you found it edifying and ask that you not only subscribe to our channel and podcast, but that you like and share this episode among your friends, so that the saving gospel of Jesus Christ can go out to the whole world.